Hi, welcome back. It's time for our second game today. It's Mahomet versus LeRoy. Let's go ahead and meet the teams.
Manuel Hernandez Estrada Jr., senior.
Trey Meyer, senior.
Seth Morgan, junior.
Brendan Roseberry, junior. JB Reddy, senior.
Olivia Bogle, junior.
Tony Cosimini, junior.
Ian Carpenter, senior.
Riley Knight, senior.
Nick Morrow, sophomore.
Thomas Erdy, junior.
Ben Dahl, junior.
Haley Calmer, senior.
Okay, let's get started. Debuting on NBC in 1947, what political affairs program is the longest running television show? Trey LeRoy.
60 Minutes.
Not 60 Minutes. You guys can confer?
Yeah.
Meet the Press.
Meet the Press is correct. What was the first food ever frozen by Clarence Birdseye, the inventor of frozen foods? Manuel.
Peas.
Not peas, no. You guys can
Green
confer?
beans. French fries. Green beans. Green beans.
No, he froze fish. Who said, damn the torpedoes? Trey LeRoy.
Farragut.
Farragut, yes. Which French term grants people complete discretion? That's carte blanche. Carte blanche. What was the powder used by America's founding fathers to keep their wigs? Ian Mahomet.
Talc.
Not talc. To keep their wigs white. What was the powder used? It was ground rice. Ground rice. What's the last word in James Joyce's Ulysses? Manuel.
Thanks.
No.
It ends in a sentence. It ends in the middle of a sentence, so it's like is or like life or something.
Sure.
Is.
No, it's yes. Yes. Against what country did the U.S. declare war in April of 1899? Riley Mahomet.
Spain.
Spain is correct. If you're visiting a downtown area called The Loop, what metropolis, Trey LeRoy?
Chicago.
Chicago is correct. What laid-back furniture company hired Todd, Ian Mahomet?
Lazy Boy.
Lazy Boy is correct. Todd Oldman. How many novels make up the C.S. Lewis, The Chronicles, Nick Mahomet?
7.
7, Chronicles of Narnia. Which process divides the fat particles in milk into a unified size? Nick Mahomet.
Pasteurization.
Not pasteurization. You guys give her?
It's emulsion, isn't it? Emulsion. Right? Emulsion?
No, homogenization. In the 1960s, IBM designed a new typing head to reduce jams in typewriters. What shape was it? Seth LeRoy.
Rectangular.
Not rectangular. You guys can see.
Cylinder.
No, it was a ball. It was round. It was a ball. What term does rapper BG say he wishes he'd patented when he used it in the title of his massive 1999 hit? What term does rapper BG say he wishes he'd patent? Manuel.
Blank.
Bling is correct. Good job. What force counteracts centrifugal force? Ian Mahomet.
Centripetal force.
Yes. What are these? Bowler, Homburg, Ian Mahomet.
Hat.
Yes, types of hats. What is the top letter on an eye chart? Tony Mahomet.
E.
E is correct. What planet's year lasts 687, Nick Mahomet?
Mars.
Mars, yes, 687 Earth days. This director has brought us such films as Dress to Kill, Body Double, and Scarface. What is this director's name? Seth LeRoy.
Martin Scorsese.
Not Martin Scorsese. You guys can confirm?
George Lucas. Nope.
Need an answer?
Al Pacino.
No, Brian De Palma. Brian De Palma. You'd find the Lyndon Baines Johnson School of Public Affairs on the main campus of what university? Nick Mahomet.
University of Texas.
Yes, University of Texas. Some armadillos give birth to duodecouplets. How many offspring is that? Tony Mahomet.
12.
12 is correct. What island separates the Canadian Falls from the American Falls in the Niagara River? What island? That is Goat Island. What company's Pittsburgh headquarters is a 30-story skyscraper draped in aluminum waffle? Ian Mahomet.
Hershey?
Not Hershey, no. That's
Hershey.
Pittsburgh.
Go ahead.
Heinz.
No, it's Alcoa. They're an aluminum company. How many days are in the months September, April? Tony Mahomet.
30.
No, I'll finish for you guys. How many days are in the months September, April, June, and November?
30. What is it? The total.
Total.
Or all together?
Yeah, it's total.
Oh, total.
Need an answer?
120.
120, sorry, yeah. It's like the song 30 Days has those ones. In which German city did Martin Luther's Riley Muhammad?
Württemberg.
Pardon?
Württemberg.
Not Württemberg. You guys can confer. 95 Theses appear. In which German city?
Closed doors. Go ahead. Anything? I don't know.
Need an answer? Nothing? Okay. It was Wittenberg. Okay, it's time for this round's video question, which goes to LeRoy.
The Baby Ruth candy bar was named after the first baby girl born in the White House. What president was her father?
First president of Cleveland. Maybe. Do you have anything? I think you might be the best guess, honestly. Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Ruth Cleveland was the daughter of President Grover Cleveland, who was the 22nd and 24th U.S. president.
Okay, great job on the video question. Moving on with our regular game. It's called the Green Mountain State, and its name means Ian Muhammad.
West Virginia?
Not West Virginia. You guys can
That's
confer.
what the mountains.
And its name means Green Mountain. What state is it?
Vermont.
Vermont, yes. Vermont. New Jersey has the only state university that was begun in the colonial period. What university is that? Ian.
William and Mary?
Not William and Mary. You guys can confer.
Sure.
Princeton.
It's Rutgers. Which Atlantic Ocean current carries more water every second than all of the world's Nick Muhammad?
Gulf Stream?
Gulf Stream, yes. World's rivers put together. In 1989, what 59-year-old became people's oldest, sexiest man alive ever? Manuel.
Buzz Aldrin.
Not Buzz Aldrin. No.
1989?
Arnold Schwarzenegger. He wasn't that old then, was he?
Need an answer?
No, it's not.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Nope, it was Sean Connery.
Oh.
What does radar use for detection? Ian.
Radio waves?
Yes, radio waves. Yes. This Spanish explorer was the first governor of Puerto Rico in 1509, but he may be more remembered for his search for youth in Florida. Ian Muhammad.
Ponce de Leon?
Yes, Ponce de Leon. What actor who starred in Cool Hand Luke created a food line that donates all of their profits to charity? Trey LeRoy.
Newman.
Yes, Paul Newman. In what southern city did Rosa Parks refuse to give up her seat? Tony Muhammad.
Montgomery.
Yes, Montgomery, Alabama. Yes. In 1957, what theater duo created the musical Cinderella expressly? Ian Muhammad.
Rodgers and Hammerstein?
Yes, expressly for TV. What famous southern highway was called the Devil's Backbone? Nick Muhammad.
Route 66?
No, not Route 66. You guys confirm?
I thought it was in the 66 something like that. Something different though.
I have no idea.
Highway 66.
No, the Natchez Trance runs from Nashville to the Mississippi River. Which professor was the archenemy and nemesis of Sherlock Holmes? Ian Muhammad.
James Moriarty?
Yes. Charles Ginsburg led the team that invented this now common entertainment device. Ian Muhammad.
The television?
Not the television, no.
Radio. Radio?
No, it was the VCR, which is not all that common anymore. What rope-swinging cowboy humorist first used the stage name the Cherokee Kid? Ian Muhammad.
Buffalo Bill Cody?
Not Buffalo Bill. You guys prefer?
No.
An answer?
What's the Picos? What's his name? Picos.
No, Will Rogers. Ribbon Falls, the United States' highest waterfall, is in what western state? Ribbon Falls. Trey, LeRoy.
California.
California. It's in Yosemite National Park. The oldest state capital has a Spanish name. What is it? Trey, LeRoy.
Santa Fe.
Santa Fe is correct. What patriotic poem, later set to music, first appeared in the Baltimore American on September 20th? Ian Mahomet.
Star Spangled Banner.
Yes, 1814. The 66-story John Hancock Tower is in what? Ian Mahomet.
Chicago.
No. Is in what New England state? You guys confirm?
Massachusetts.
Yes, Massachusetts. How many acres equal 1 square mile? Ian Mahomet.
540.
Not 540.
Something weird like that.
Sure. 640.
640 is correct. Yes. What does URL stand for? Nick Mahomet.
Uniform remote location.
Not correct. You guys can confirm?
Yes, no.
I was looking at the universal.
Need an answer?
Universal remote location.
No, Uniform Resource Locator. Okay, that's the end of our first round. We'll add up our scores and be back right after this.
Having problems fitting college into your busy schedule? Take classes on your time.
Now that the kids are in bed, I can relax and view this week's lesson. It is so great that I can be out of town and still participate in class discussions. Even though this class is online, these videos really give me a chance to get to know my professors, all from the comfort of my own home.
With affordable tuition, hundreds of online classes, and over 20 degrees to choose from, Parkland College Online Learning is here for you. So go ahead, register today. Visit online.parkland.edu for more information about Parkland's online classes.
For sure, how many consonants are there in English? Ian Mahomet.
20. Yeah, 20.
20 is correct, yes. How many teaspoons are there in a tablespoon? Ian Mahomet.
3.
3 is correct. What's a charged atom with unequal numbers of electrons and protons? Ian.
Ion.
Ion is correct. What's the most plentiful metal in the Earth's crust? Riley Mahomet.
Iron.
Not iron, it's aluminum. What country boasts Great Glen, Glen Eagles, and Glenfiddich? That country's Scotland. How many people were on Noah's Ark? Brendan.
4.
How many?
4.
Not 4, 8. What word game played on a board was invented by Alfred Mosher Bunce in 1932? Ian Mahomet.
Scrabble.
Scrabble is correct. In which sport do competitors combine jumps called the Axel, Rittenberger, and Salchow? Ian Mahomet.
Like figure skating.
Figure skating is correct. In comic books, whose secret identity was Dr. Bruce Banner? Tony Mahomet.
The Hulk.
The Hulk. What kind of sporting event is divided into chukkas? Chukkas. That is a polo match. What TV family lived at South Fork Ranch? That was the Ewings from the TV show Dallas. What is a Goa? Goa. It's a gazelle, a Tibetan gazelle.
Of course, I can see it in India.
What fictitious city is home to Batman? Tony Mahomet.
Gotham City.
Gotham City is correct. A bola, a bodkin, and a dirk are all types of what? Brendan, LeRoy.
Dagger.
Yes, we'll take that. Dagger knives. What sport did Greg Louganis participate in? He was a diver, so diving. What military band composer was the March King? Ian Mahomet.
John Philip Sousa.
John Philip Sousa is correct. How many miles of arteries, capillaries, and veins are there in an adult human body? It's 62,000. In what state would you find the longest cave system in the world? Trey LeRoy.
Kentucky.
Kentucky is correct. Who was the vice president under John F. Kennedy? Ian Mahomet.
Johnson.
Yes, Lyndon Baines Johnson. Name the winner and the loser of the Peloponnesian War. Riley Mahomet.
Sparta was the winner, Athens was the loser.
Yes, correct. Okay, pretty good lightning round. We'll take a short break and be back with our final round right after this.
This is Mike. He wants to further his education, but he doesn't have a lot of time or money. With a full-time job and limited funds, things look bleak. Think Parkland. Affordable in-district tuition, hundreds of online classes to choose from. Over 20 degrees, mostly or entirely online. Affordable, convenient, gets you ahead. Parkland College Online Learning. Go ahead, link up. Visit online.parkland.edu for more information about Parkland's online classes.
Okay, heading into our last round, it's Mahomet 250, LeRoy 130. Let's get started. What's the name for the diamond-shaped soft spots on the skull of a newborn? These are the fontanelles. What children's hospital was founded by Danny Thomas? Manuel.
St. Jude's.
St. Jude's is correct. What plant does not eat insects? Is it the pitcher plant, sundew, velvet leaf, or the Venus flytrap? Manuel.
Sunday.
Not sundew. You guys good for
The third one?
Yeah, the third one. Velvet leaf. Yeah, velvet leaf.
velvet leaf is correct. What much-loved song, particularly an anthem for the Western United States, was written by Dr. Brewster Higley? Much-loved Western song. The song's "Home on the Range."
Yeah.
Carville, Louisiana, has the only American hospital for the treatment of a disease that was well known in ancient times. What disease is this? Manuel.
Tuberculosis.
Not tuberculosis. You guys can get further. Need an answer?
Polio.
No, leprosy.
Leprosy.
Sorry.
According to the William Faulkner title, what kind of flower is for Emily? Manuel.
Rose.
A rose for Emily, yes. Good job. On June 12th, 1939, the Baseball Hall of Fame opened in what city? Trey LeRoy.
Cooperstown, New York.
Cooperstown, New York is correct. What evil lady kidnapped 101 Dalmatians? Tony Mahomet.
Cruella de Vil.
Cruella de Vil. Not a nice lady. What two actors wrote Good Will Hunting? Ian Mahomet.
Matt Damon and Ben Affleck.
Yes, and they won an Oscar for their efforts. What president won the 1906 Nobel Peace Prize? Tony Mahomet.
Theodore Roosevelt.
Yes, Roosevelt. How many sides does a hexagon? Ian Mahomet.
6.
6 is correct. What Dickens novel features the character Madame Defarge? Riley.
A Tale of Two Cities.
Tale of Two Cities is correct. What was the name of the first space shuttle, which was not actually capable of space flight? What was the name of the first space shuttle, which was not Ian Mahomet?
Challenger.
Not Challenger.
It's just say it.
Explorer.
It was Enterprise. What index was redefined in 2001 to reduce the effect of winds on the perceived temperature? Ian Mahomet.
Heat index.
Not heat index. No, you guys can be further.
Cold index.
Climate it down.
Cold is the answer.
Temperature index.
Wind chill index.
Cold index.
Which 1980s teen film sees a teacher boring the class? Ian Mahomet.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yes, with the explanation of voodoo economics. To which popular lunchtime meal did Lord John Montagu give his name? Ian Mahomet.
Sandwich.
Sandwich is correct. Name two of the three opera stars who performed as the three tenors. Ian Mahomet.
Luciano Pavarotti and Carlos. Carlos, no, I'm out.
You guys can confirm.
Carlos something.
You can go last names if that's easier.
Manuel Hernandez Estrada Jr.
Oh, yeah, no idea.
Yeah, Estrada.
No. Pavarotti, Carreras, and Domingo.
Oh, and Domingo.
What U.S. presidential candidate married ketchup heiress Teresa Heinz?
Ketchup Harris.
Yeah. Ketchup heiress. It was John Kerry. What is the only state that borders only one state? Ian.
Maine.
Maine is correct. What is the brand name for the most popular robot vacuum? Ian Mahomet.
Roomba.
Roomba is correct. The 2015-16 Golden State Warriors won 73 to break the Chicago Bulls record for wins in a regular season. What player from that Bulls team coached the Warriors team? Trey LeRoy.
Kerr.
Yes, Steve Kerr. What author wrote the following works? Poor Richard's Almanac. Ian Mahomet.
Ben Franklin.
Yes, it was Ben Franklin. What Alice Walker novel received the 1983 Ian Mahomet?
The Color Purple.
Color Purple is correct. What is the name of the periodical published by the Procrastinators Club of America? Manuel.
Eventually.
No.
There's always tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
There's always tomorrow.
No, last month's newsletter.
It's good.
A female black bear weighs about 300 pounds. How much does one of its babies weigh at birth? Manuel.
120.
No, not 120.
Solid third of the weight. 100?
No, only 1/2 pound. In 1966, this group, led by Diana Ross, became the first Ian Mahomet.
The Supremes?
The Supremes, yes. To attain a #1 selling album. Okay, it's time for this round's video question, which goes to Mahomet.
What two U.S. states share the longest and second longest borders with a foreign country?
Montana and Texas, right? Or Alaska.
Montana, Alaska, or Montana and Texas, or Alaska and Texas.
Alaska and Texas is what I'm thinking. Alaska and Texas?
Alaska borders Canada for 1,538 miles, and Texas borders Mexico for 1,200 miles.
Okay, let's finish up the game. What boys' organization was originally called the Sons of Daniel Boone? Trey LeRoy.
Boy Scouts of America.
Yes, Boy Scouts. What NFL team has won the most Super Bowls with 6? Thomas Mahomet.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Pittsburgh Steelers is correct. What Mercury astronaut had a pulse rate of 170 at liftoff? Was it John Glenn, Alan Shepard, or Gus Grissom? Ian.
John Glenn.
Not John Glenn. You guys can confirm?
Alan Shepard. Grissom. Okay, say.
Grissom.
It was Grissom, yes.
Nice.
He later died during.
Oh, that's
so
not
he was a
good.
little nervous. What U.S. president shared the White House with a pet snake named Emily Spinach? That was Theodore Roosevelt.
Of course.
What is the number 100 in binary? Ian Mahomet.
So 2 to the second is 4.
The
number 100 in binary. Never mind. I forget that.
Okay, you guys can confirm?
It's it's by 16. I'm pretty sure, isn't it? Or no, it's just 2s. Rick, it's like.
That's hard.
Yeah. 100.
No, it's 1100.
Okay, yeah.
What historic resort town in Virginia restricts its Christmas decorations to items that colonial people would, Riley Mahomet.
Williamsburg.
That colonial people would have used. The country's oldest public building in continuous use is the Palace of Governors in what southwestern capital? That was in Santa Fe, New Mexico.
Right, oldest.
What world currency does GBP represent? Riley Mahomet.
The pound.
Yes, the British pound. The world's oldest children's museum is in what New York City borough? Trey LeRoy.
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn is correct. San Francisco's annual Golden Dragon Parade takes place in what, Ian Mom?
Chinatown?
Chinatown. In what ethnic community? What southern state earned the nickname Volunteer State? Trey, LeRoy.
Tennessee.
Tennessee, by sending so many people to fight. The movie 10 Things I Hate About You was based on what Shakespeare play? It's based on The Taming of the Shrew. What was Walt Disney's original title for his dream world, Disneyland? Ian Mama.
That's like Fantasia, maybe?
No. You guys can confirm?
Imagination. Oh, Tomorrowland.
Oh,
That's part of it. I don't know if that was the.
Go ahead. Tomorrowland.
No. Mickey Mouse Park.
That's not a good name.
The Tournament of Roses is held in what Southern California city? Tell us, Mahomet.
Anaheim.
Not Anaheim. You guys can confirm?
Pasadena.
Pasadena is correct. What aide of President Richard Nixon served time in prison and then became a radio talk show host in the 1990s? It's G. Gordon Liddy. G. Gordon Liddy. What U.S. state would you be in if you made the short trip from Citronelle to Tangerine? Riley Mama.
Georgia.
Not Georgia. You guys
Florida.
Florida is correct. What TV show starred Jason Lee as his title character from 2005? Tony Mahomet.
My name is Earl.
My name is Earl. Is correct.
Jason.
The names of Santa Claus's 8 reindeer are from what famous 1823 poem by Clement Moore? What's the poem that gave the reindeers their name? Tony Mahomet.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Not Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. You guys can confirm?
Natural phenomena. I didn't know, dude.
You can answer? The play was The Night Before Christmas. The Night Before Christmas. What 1942-43 battle took the greatest toll in military history? Tony Mahomet.
Stalingrad.
Stalingrad is right. In what city would you find the Jefferson Memorial, the Smithsonian? Riley Mahomet.
Washington, D.C.
Washington, D.C. Okay, that's the end of our game. We'll tally up our score. We'll tell you who's moving on to play in our next game right after this. Okay, Mahomet defeats LeRoy. That means Mahomet moves on to play Champaign Central in our next game, which is coming up right after this.